Hey guys, welcome back. In the last session, we have discussed about the monolithic application. We have seen what exactly monolithic application. In this session, we will be learning the key challenges we are facing when we are using the monolithic application. So the key challenges are deployment is hard. Deployment is hard. The second key challenge is monolithic applications are tightly coupled. And the third key challenge is it is difficult to scale. Difficult to difficult to scale. Monolithic applications are difficult to scale. The fourth challenge is they are technology specific. Technology specific. Monolithic applications are technology specific. Let's take an example of a simple banking application. I have a NSK bank application picture actually. Let me show that. Let me explain the key challenges with that application. So let's say here, okay. So you can see over here, right? You have a NSK banking application. The banking application is having these multiple modules. Let's say there is a change in the loan management module. Let's say there is a small change in the loan management module. Then in order to see these changes, in order to see the change of a loan management module, you have to redeploy this entire application into the server. So this makes the application updates slow and risky actually. So when you are redeploying the application to the server, this makes the updates of the application slow and risky. So why it is you have done a small change in the loan management module, and you are instead of redeploying the loan management module, you are deploying the entire application. It is kind of a slow actually. Okay, so the updates would become very slow, and it is a very risky as well. See, as the monolithic application will be having the multiple modules, right? All these modules are tightly coupled, and there is a chance of crashing down the application if there is a error in the any one module. Okay, so that is a kind of deployment is very hard, and it is risky as well when you are using the monolithic application. And the second important key challenge we are having is, as I said, like monolithic application are having the multiple modules. All these modules are tightly coupled. Okay, as they are tightly coupled, if we are doing a small change in the, as I told you, if I am doing a small change in the loan management module, what I have to do is I have to test the entire application instead of testing the change which I did it. I have to test the entire application to check whether the fix it is working fine or not, because these are as I said, these are tightly coupled, right? So there might be a chance of failing the other modules as well. So before you redeploy the application, what you have to do is you have to test the entire application once. Okay, then the third key challenge over here is difficult to scale actually. So as you can see, the monolithic application will be having the multiple modules. Okay, let's say there is a huge traffic on the transaction module. Okay, so what you have to do, if there is a huge traffic on the transaction module, what you have to do, you have to scale up this module. Instead of doing the instead of scaling up this module, so what you are doing is you have to scale the entire application. Why you are scaling the entire application, why you are redeploying the entire application into the multiple servers? Because as I said, monolithic applications are having the multiple modules. All these modules are tightly coupled with each other. Okay, so you can't redeploy the transaction modules alone actually into the multiple servers in order to scale the application. So instead what you have to do is you have to redeploy this application into the multiple servers. Here the problem with this approach is, see, it is kind of a cost effective. You want to up these transaction modules. Instead, what you are doing, instead of upping this only transaction module, you are making you are redeploying this entire application to the multiple servers. So procuring the servers, it's kind of like high cost. The servers are high cost, so you can't buy so many servers at once. So it is kind of like, it is difficult to scale. And the fourth and the last one is technology specific. When you are developing a monolithic application, so you should, if you are writing a monolithic application, if you are developing a monolithic application using a Java, you should bind with Java only. You cannot use any other or latest framework which will be, giving more features to develop any particular module. For example, let's say that I have a loan management module. Okay, let's say there is a new framework came and I can develop this loan management module. And that with that, let's say for example, Python only I've taken. Okay, I want to develop this loan management module using the Python. It is not possible because it is not possible in the monolithic application, because you are like from starting you are developing the application using the Java only. You can't suddenly introduce Python in between it when you're developing the monolithic application, because they are tightly coupled. Okay, so let's say for example, transaction management module will be developed in Java, and you are adding the loan management module in Python. You cannot recognize the syntax of the Python. Java cannot recognize the syntax of the Python, right? So it's kind of like difficult actually. Okay. Fine. So these are the some of the challenges we are facing in the monolithic application. In the next session, we will be learning about the microservices. Okay. So until then, thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.